Yo guys, and today we have the start of a new series for you. Welcome to How to Win at ... In this series I'm going to be showing you how to win at every single Apex location. I'm going to show you where the loot is, what it looks like, where you can find everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also going to be showing you how to get to certain locations, which is going to be the most important part of the series. How to get into specific spots, which makes you able to win gunfights very easily. Secret spots that you might not know you can get to. Yeah, that's what this video is all about. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, when you're landing at the water treatment, because that's what the first episode is going to be about. What you want to do is land at the big building, because that's the only place where there's loot in water treatment. There's this massive, and I mean actually massive building, which is a lot of loot. But outside of that, in the water treatment area, there is no loot at all for you to be found. So do make sure you're sticking around the building if you're looking for loot. This makes gunfights around here pretty hard right off the bat. Because if you don't have a gun, there's not much you can run to find one. There are two areas outside of the actual water treatment, which are two little building complexes. A few houses where you can find some loot, so those are fine areas. But inside water treatment itself, these are the only two buildings you'll be able to get. Now we're going to be starting off with the secret spots, because that's what most of you guys will probably be interested in. And I don't want to bore you with all the loot locations, but those will also be coming later on. The most important one, in my opinion, is how you get on top of this roof. There is a way to get on the roof of this building, which is very important if you want to win your gunfights, especially in the end circle. And the end circle does go here every now and then. I've gone in a few games around here, but that's how you do it. Go to this outside, you can open this door to the outside, and you can climb on top of the roof. That's one of the ways to get there. I only know about two ways, but if you guys know more, let me know. Yeah, then you get up here, and you can literally walk around everywhere on this roof. You won't get the return to battle message anywhere on this roof. Maybe if you land up there, but you can only get there whilst being... Oh, you can't even do that anymore. It used to be in the game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, doesn't matter, but even Pathfinder can't get up there. But the second spot to get up here is on this side. You can climb up this little piece. Then climb up the little bridge. You can just about make that, and then you can climb up to the top. Now, if the end circle ends on this little part of the building, which happens... it has happened to me a few times before. You can climb up here and you get a nice line of sight to the inside of the building. They don't expect you to be up here. I've won multiple games, but just sitting up here in 1v3 situations against the final team. You can just laser down on people. You can even hit some snipes, easy headshots from here, because you got a massive high ground advantage. That's a really good spot. Now from here you can get up here. You can pretty much get up everywhere, and you have a nice vantage point over this area if it's the end circle, which is probably the most important thing when telling about how to win at the end circle. Now, another way or another dirty spot you can get up to is if people are in this side of the building, and you're pretty much, if you want to push them, you have to go up these stairs or go through here. Or through this side. There is actually more ways to get up there. You can first of all climb up here. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. But I never see anyone do that. Still a pretty obvious spot, what lots of people don't expect is you can actually get up here. You can jump up here. You can go through this little window. Or you can just peek outside of it. Wait for people to come by if you expect them to come in here. Now it is a little bit weird, it really launches you into this window, it really wants to go straight for some reason. But you could sit down here, don't get too close to the window because it does some kind of a mantle over it every now and then. If you approach it from like this, it will sometimes automatically jump into the building. Yeah, that's where you can also get into that building. For other interesting spots in the building, there is not much. You can of course camp in the corners. There is not much to climb on top of or anything. The only thing that really is, you can climb over here. Gives you a little bit of an unexpected position, but nothing too great. In this building, or in this side of the building, there's also pretty much nothing. You could get behind here. It's pretty dirty if you're waiting for people. But that's all very self-explanatory. Not too many great spots, as I said, in this building to hide around, which makes this a pretty easy episode to start off with, by the way. Nothing over there. Just showing you. You can of course get on top of the doors, which is also pretty dirty. You can wait for people to run through here if you expect them. You can be spotted quite easily, but it is definitely possible. You could, by the way, if you're up there, you can also drop on this big tube. Don't see why you would necessarily do that unless you know they're in here and you want a little bit of a better sight into this part of the building. Can't climb up there through the inside, so there's no getting anywhere else in on the top of the roof. And the two spots I've shown you so far as I'm aware at least. Now outside, if you're pushing water treatment, there is a few spots you can actually get some nice head glitches. You can get right here. This gives pretty good cover. But that's nothing too special. By the way, you can get up here if you're Pathfinder. Maybe you see some kind of use in that. Pathfinder can get all of these spots actually. That's pretty decent. Pathfinder can also get up there. Maybe if you're pushing the final circle and you want to go somewhere unexpected, you could come up here and sit up here if the final circle is here. You can actually get some snipes off onto people from here. Pretty nice vantage point, but most practical for in-game. Of course, around these you get pretty decent cover. These don't block shots though. Shots will go right through these. Pretty much all the time. Especially shotgun shots. So don't use that too much as your cover. Probably better to get in here. If you're pushing people in the building, it's good to run through these areas. As for dirty head glitches, you jump on this fence, you get a pretty nice head glitch. I would recommend using those kind of peeking points. Once again, on this one you can get on top. If you do it properly, not like that, but you can get on top of that. If you somehow see a use in that. Pretty sure you can't get on top of it with normal grappling hooks, but we can give it a try. Should have aimed higher. Look at that for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's not possible. I've tried a couple of times. On this boxes, if you go to browse and you step back a little bit, you got some nice point of views guys right here. By the way, I'm indeed fucking over my teammate by doing this. Not really a way to record this for me in a slow. But not a great line of sight is on this side of the map. And just if someone is on the rooftop, you could just about see if you step back on this kind of crate over these boxes. You could expose just as much how you want, or as much as you want. You can also get behind these boxes and crouch, and you can peek a little bit. All those little boxes are a very good use. Now into the actual loot spots and all that stuff. First of all, the respawn beacon is to your right if you look at the map. So it's right here. This is what the map looks like for water treatment. And you can get back in there. You can get here with a supply bin. So if you get respawned, there's a little supply bin there. Pretty much as with any of the spawn thingies. I'm gonna look quick, don't know why. Get a nice sniper. There is lots of supply bins outside up against the walls. The balloon is right at the back. It's right here. There is 2 supply bins around there. As you can see, again, these against the walls. Not much to the water treatment, not many spots. You could also go behind here. As a bit of cover. The rest, pretty much everything is inside the building. By the way, can't get in here, don't try that. I've died trying. While I mention that. You can of course get behind these doors, like this. If you for some want to. There's a zipline right here. This, if you could crouch in here, actually pretty dirty spot. If you're expecting someone from there, you can just wait them in here. And get cover here. Peek out through any side. So that's another thing. Yeah, loot pretty much on the ground. Don't forget, there is a loot in here, very. These, if you crouch, pretty decent cover, but you do expose your head slightly. Not many hiding spots or anything. The game in general doesn't have those a lot, but especially around here, there's not just a lot of spots you can get to. As Pathfinder though, you can get yourself pretty much up to the roof from any position.
10 seconds left.
And you can do it for your entire team by just placing a zip line. If you get off the way. You could also just do this. Properly. Did a few seconds with that card. Yeah, as Pathfinder you can get on the roof very easily. People think it's only possible with Pathfinder. That's just not true. You could, for example, go through here, climb up. Yeah, apparently not, but it is possible. But the entire team can do it. You don't need to be Pathfinder anyway. So yeah. As the storm is coming in, that's pretty much gonna be it. Not too many spots in around water treatment. You can of course get behind this and you have a pretty nice bit of cover. But also your opponents have nice cover. Understand probes, pretty much basic cover. You need to use that to your advantage anyway. But I just thought I'd point out where they are. I'm gonna run into the circle a little bit because there is a few more spots on this side. There is of course these buildings right here around the map. You could use this as your second point to go to, or your point next to water treatment to go to. Some people might even include this as water treatment, say that this is part of water treatment. But this is water treatment in the storm. I don't know why you would be interested in that, but yeah. This was water treatment. Those are pretty much all the spots you need to know about. I'm quickly gonna go around here. You can walk right around here. If you're needing to push, you get around here and maybe climb up. Quickly go up here. Run all the way around here. Stay low. You somehow need to get to the respawn beacon without being seen or something. This is probably your best bet. You could also drop down here. Don't know if this is too far. I think this might be for a zipline. You can place a zipline from here to here. In case you're interested. That's pretty sick zipline actually. So if you need to get to that respawn beacon, you just go here. Don't fall off though, because you will die and you will not be able to be revived. You need to be respawned as long as your team is alive. Yeah, that's another way to get to the respawn beacon, but that was it for this video. If you enjoyed, I think these spots are useful, do drop a like. Do drop down in the comments if you know some more spots around water treatment. I will be doing the map from bottom to top. We're gonna do the named locations first, so the next one will be Thunderdome. Then we get Skull Town, Repulsor, Market, and that way onwards. If you enjoyed, please drop a like, as I said before, but just do it. Do also subscribe for more of this kind of Apex content. We'll be doing a lot more of this, and I will see you in a future video. Goodbye!